Hey, hi. In this video, we will learn about how to build Amazon Bedrock multi-agent orchestration in AWS. So here we will have an AWS account where we're going to use the Amazon Bedrock services. Within that service, we're going to create an agent that is AI agent with using the LLMs. So here we create an agent A specialized in a particular task, for example, say weather forecast. And similarly, we're going to create another agent with using the again available LLM models. It could be Anthropic or it could be from Amazon. And we annotate the agent B as the expert of another task. It is say like stock market analyst, right? Now in front of these two agents, we create another agent called master agent. You can call this agent as an orchestration agent. So we configure this agent in a such a way that this agent will be invoking the agent A for getting the informations around weather forecast. If the prompt contains the queries around the weather forecast, so it's going to route the request to the agent A, while agent A will perform a computation and then it will answer to that query or to that particular prompt. Right. Similarly, when there is a query is been asked around, say like market, stock market, then that queries will be answered by agent B. So we can see that the master agent will be routing those requests. Now, as a user, who has built this multi-agent orchestration, so you're going to interface with the single agent called master agent, right? So master agent will use the prompt queries that is asked by prompt engineer, and based on the context of this particular prompt questions, the master agent has the capability that it can route the request to the agent A or agent B and get a expert answers based on that. So basically we build a multi-agent orchestration to get the expert level answers to the to the text to text the agentic AI. So here we are asking the the text prompts, then the agent is giving the answer again in the form of a text. But again, in the back end, this workflow is built with an intelligent enough that it gives the answers to the to the questions at a higher probability, probabilistic the answers. So here we're gonna see how to build this orchestration and also do a testing of that orchestration down the line. So from here we're gonna start our lab session now. So here I'm in my AWS account and we are in Oregon region. So I have opened Amazon Bedrock service. So if you go to here to the main search and say like Amazon Bedrock, or just search like word Amazon Bedrock, so it will take you to this particular service page. So from here in the left hand side, there is an option called agents. So click on build. So underneath the build, there is an agent. So you can come here and click create agent. So let's get started with this lab session. So we're going to create a first our agents, right? Let me call it as an agent, the basically agent A, right? First, we are going to create an agent A as we, the thought in the earlier part of this video. So here, let me give the description as agent A only and click on a create. So once the agent gets created, it will take you to the agent builder page where you have to provide a further information. So here you can use the existing role being like ETL Lambda role. So here I'm going to show you what is it contains for one time. So I will open the IAM service here, and when you go to IAM services, go to the roles. So here to educate you to understand that what is that role contains. So I have given a full access to this IAM role as you see here, but there is a something that you need to understand about the trust relationship is, so this role is trusted by a service called bedrock.amazonaws.com. So this is very important that configure your IAM role which is trusted by this service. Why? This role will be used by the Bedrock service. That's the reason it has to be trusted by that service. Okay. And then in the select model, you see that by default it is pointing to the 3.5. So here I'm gonna choose the the basically Amazon one. So here we're gonna go to the premium one, premier. So it basically it's a very high version of the LLM from Amazon. So but we're gonna choose it for this particular demo. right? And then here is the instruction. So you need to give the instructions to this agent so that it behaves, or basically it act as that context. So instruction, I'm going to give it very simple because this is a lab. So let me call it as um, weather, say you are weather forecast expert. You would answers to the you would basically you would answer to all queries related to weather forecast. So this is the information, or this is the instruction I'm giving to this agent. All right. So with this instruction, that is fair enough. You can do a save here and then prepare it. So let's prepare this one, and then we're going to test this agent as well. So once you prepare, what does that mean is, so basically you are committing the instructions to the agent, right? And after that, you can do a testing. So let me ask a question like, what is the weather forecast of city Bangalore today? Okay. So let me ask this question and check, whether it is response to this one. So we expect that, agent to assume that instruction and provide the answers, right? And so that what happens, with this setup, um, you are confident that, agent is doing its job basically. So it says that to provide the weather forecast information today, I need to check the lot of things. Okay, so basically it is looking into that kind of details. So let me use the another Anthropic. Maybe Anthropic has the this capability. So I'm gonna do a apply here, and then we're gonna do a save. So you can easily switch the models. That is not a problem. Do a prepare one time once you switch the models. Remember that earlier we were using cloud. Earlier we were using the Amazon one. Now we are using the cloud. So I'll just ask a question: what is the weather forecast of New York City today? Right. Let's see if this responds to this particular query. And then yeah, here you go. So looks like Cloud seems to be doing their job. So we are good with it, right? I used Cloud, the 3.a sonnet for our agent A. So similarly, we're going to build the agent. So basically, we're going to build the agent B as well. So right now, we did build the agent A and the agent A doing the job. So why do we need to do like this? So that, are confident that agent A is becoming an expert of a particular concept. Similarly, we're gonna do it for agent B as well. So let me call it as an agent B, and no need to provide a description. That is fine. I'll just say like the stock. Let's call it as a stock market expert. So I'm annotating it as a stock market expert, and we're gonna create an agent. Once I click on a create agent, it will take you to the agent builder page, and here is where you need to choose your the IAM role, which I explained earlier, and let it be the model, let it be Cloud Sonnet model. Instructions, you need to provide a proper instruction here. So we are making this agent to act as a stock market broker. So I will give the instruction as stock market, you are stock market expert, and you would provide informations around stock market. So this is the instruction I'm giving to this agent. Very simple instructions, by the way. And we're going to save it and then prepare it. So preparation is very important because with the preparation, agent gets committed to the instructions. And here, let me check this agent if it is performing job well. So let me ask the question: what is the stock price of the Apple today? So this is related to a stock question. So let me ask this. Let's see if this agent does the job. Here you go. So here is the stock market of the. So you can also view the stacks traces. Looks like the current stock price of Apple, that is AAPL, is $173. You can check it for the the correctness, but fair enough. So Cloud A, LLM, seems to be doing the job which I need, right? So right now we have built the worker agents for now. Now we need to build an orchestration agent. So let's try to create an orchestration agent or master agent. So I'm using a very simple word, master agent. So let me call it as a master agent, and then it's, let's say now let me call it as an orchestration, orchestration agent. Okay, so this is my orchestration agent. One thing different here is, in the multi-agent collaborations, you need to check this box. With this checking this box, what happens, this agent configuration becomes a little bit enlarged so that it has the capability to configure the multi-agent collaboration configurations. When we created an agent A and agent B, we have not checked this particular checkbox, right? So now we are making that box checked so that this agent assumes a role of multi-agent orchestration, right? And yeah, so here is the name and the description fine. We're gonna use the existing service role like this select model. So we're gonna stick to this model, that is Anthropic Sonnet 3.5, right? So whatever the default model, so if I please select this one, so you see that information here. So this is the Clouded 3.5 Sonnet text and visual vision type of model. So we have chosen for even for the master agent as well. So here we're gonna give the instruction as you are basically, you are the master orchestrating the agent. You would answer to the queries uh, uh, you know um, and if needed, you would also use the the collaborative agents to provide the accurate answer. So let me give this as provide the accurate answers. All right, so this is very simple layman term words I'm using, this one. So let me call give the name accurate, I'll just say correct answers. All right, so this is the, I'm giving the instruction to this agent. So you would answer to the queries, and if needed, you would also use the collaborative agents provided provided here, um, provided to provide basically to use the collaborative agents to provide the correct answer. So this is the instructions. Little bit of the, yeah, basically since this is a demo, I'm just trying to give a part of a demo. But when you configure it basically, yes, when you configure it first time for the enterprise, you might need to really configure it properly. So you can ignore this, configuration that is not needed. Just save it, right? And then we're going to go to the agents, and then from there we're going to configure the collaborative agent configurations, right? So before we do a collaborative agent configuration, let's try to see if we have created aliases of agent A and agent B. So alias of agent A and agent B is much needed, so we need to create those as well. Why alias? To configure the multi-agent configuration from the master agent, we need to have the aliases of our worker agent. So that's the reason I'm creating the aliases for agent A and agent B before I enable the collaborative configurations in the master agent. So this is a one important input. Let me go back to the another agent, that is agent B, and also enable the aliases as well. So we're going to create an alias called agent B and create alias, right? So with that setup, these worker nodes are now ready to be used as the collaborative agents in the master agents. So this is how basically our agent is all about. Master agent is not yet prepared. That is not a problem, right? So we have the agent A acting as a weather forecast, agent B acting as a stock market expert. So let's click on the master agent and click on edit agent builder, edit agent builder, and down the line, just scroll to the bottom. So there is an option called multi-agent collaboration. So this is where we now gonna do a certain configurations. What is that? So here is the configurations already available. Down the line, there is something like drop down boxes. So you just click on that drop down arrow, and here you need to choose the your agent collaborators. So our agent A is basically agent A. So here you go, right? So you have the agent aliases need to be selected. and agent, the basically header text need to be selected. So if you choose agent A, the respective agent alias is automatically popping up. So this is the reason we need to create a agent aliases. That's the reason we created here. And you can give the collaborator name label as agent A again. And in this one, so this is the collaboration instruction label. So this is, remember that this is not an the instruction that you are giving to the agent A. This is the instruction that you are giving to the agent, the orchestration agent, that is master agent, to how to invoke this particular agent like that. So you can call it as, you can, let's say you can invoke this agent when queries are around around the weather forecast. So if there are any queries, you can invoke this agent when queries are around weather forecast. I'm just giving very simple, the instruction labels, uh, and get the response. So I'll say get the response. Okay. Of course, if you don't tell us, it will do that. But just to make the instructions very clear, so I'm giving that instructions. Similarly, we have another agent, that is agent B. I'm going to do the same thing for agent B. But this time the agent B is doing a different job. So I'm going to copy paste that. So here I will say, instead of weather forecast, we'll say like, stock market, right? And then here is the collaborator name labels. Let it be as same as header text, right? So with that configurations, we have attached our agent B and agent A as collaborative agents. There is basically orange button like this. Click on that. That is to save it. So you can ignore these red boxes for now. I don't know. So basically, these are all the errors that is coming from UI, even though I'm doing the correct things. Now you can hit on a prepare. Remember that after adding the collaborative agent, we hit on a prepare. So with that preparation gone green, which means that our agent collaboration configuration went green, right? So here you go. So we have the agent A, agent B, and our master agent. So master agent is prepared. Now I'm a prompt engineer. What do? I will get access to the master agent only, so that I can use the master agent, not the agent A and B, right? So, but while master A agent, basically master agent has access to the A and B, but the prompt engineer or an application has interfaces to the master A agent only. So that is a difference. So here, let me try to ask a question like, what is the weather? Let's ask the relevant questions like what is the weather forecast, weather forecast of Paris city today, right? I'm just asking the weather forecast related questions. I'm expecting this master agent to forward this query to the master agent A from the collaboration configuration and get the answers. How? We can also always check. Here you go, right? So it looks like it has got the proper answers. We can click on a show, this basically show the the answers properly, or the show the traces. Here you go. Here is the weather forecast of Paris city today. So temperature looks to be 80 degrees Celsius, cloudy conditions, humidity is 65. And in the right hand side, there is a multi-agent collaboration trace timeline. So here you go, right? So our master agent has run for 12 seconds. Within that, it has asked a queries to the collaborative agent A, and that it has lasted for 3.2 seconds. And this is something gives you a visibility like whether there is a collaboration happened to answer to this question. Yes, the collaboration has happened, and that's the reason multi-agent collaboration traces timeline you can give it. And down the line, here is the these traces also. You can go down and try to see a lot of traces, orchestration knowledge, post operation. So a lot of things are there. Session summaries also you can get it here. For now, I have not enabled. That's the reason it's not able to populate. But in the right hand side, the graph that it shows that our collaboration is working. The agent collaboration seems to be working. Similarly, let's try to ask another question in the context of the stock market. So let me ask the question like, what is the stock price of Tesla today, right? I'm asking the the stock price of Tesla today. So what is I'm expecting that this master agent can invoke the agent B from the collaboration and get the answers. Looks like it has done, and the answer looks to be very straightforward. And if I go to the multi-agent collaboration trace timeline, so it is has hit the agent B, and that has run for 2.56 seconds. The master agent is 7.8. So basically, here we are performing very basic, the text to text, the prompt engineering. Basically, prompt engineer is asking the question, the text. LLM is responding, or basically agentic AI is responding that in the text as well, and it is getting the the answers close to the instructions, or basically exactly to the instructions, right? And here where are we interfacing? We are interfacing to the master agent, and master agent is acting as an abstraction layer to ask the to give the answers pertaining to the expert, the agents. Let me ask the combination of both. Okay, so let me ask you, what is the weather forecast of Bangalore city, and stock market of stock price of we select stock price um, of basically Microsoft, or just go with AWS. So, okay, so here we are asking the question related to the two agents in single prompt. Let's see how does it behaves. Okay, so right now it is basically running and getting the response. So not only from UI, you can get the response from the from the programmatic as well by using the Boto 3 or using the SDKs using CLI. Looks like it has done the job very good. So I'm going to open that answers. Here you go. Now you see that multi-agent collaboration. How does it looks? So it has a master agent. It has taken 14.35 seconds. Out of that, it has collaborated with the agent B and agent A, summarize that response and put it across like this. So here is the weather forecast for the city Bangalore, that is 20 degrees Celsius, and the stock price of AWS, that is nothing but $110 or $110, right? So basically, our collaborative agent is doing the expected job. So that is how basically we create a multi-agent collaborative solutions, and that will actually dissect the very complex solutions and give a very collective, very corrective and innovative solutions to the your business problem. So if you need any kind of help as basically freelance on this concept, feel free to reach me. I'm going to help you on these multi-agent configurations for your enterprise or for your startup. So with that note, thank you very much for watching my videos. Kind request, please do subscribe my channel. That would really encourage me a lot. With that note, thank you. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next video.